Hi, welcome to Code Cloud and DevOps Ask Me Anything. I'm Dara and I got another question, and the question goes thus. How did you transition to DevOps, and which stack were you writing before you transitioned? What contributed to you landing in your first DevOps role? Now, this is a great question and thank you very much for asking. I've shared this a number of times in previous videos, but I'll answer that again, so thanks for your question. I used to be a mobile developer. Front client app developer. I was writing apps for Windows Phone. Then I transitioned to writing apps for Xamarin, Android, and iOS, but I didn't do that for quite long because I discovered I could automate deployment of apps, and that was sometime back 2013, 2014, 15, thereabout, when I discovered Visual Studio Online, or TFS as it used to be called. That was pretty much it for me. I used to be a mobile developer. Yes, I could write web apps, I could write web APIs, but that was not my core focus. I was focused on writing Windows Phone application. I actually have a couple of apps in the Windows Phone store before Microsoft decided to kill off Windows Phone. But that's story for another day. So I was a mobile app developer. Short answer to that. So what contributed to landing my first DevOps role? I think it was me discovering that I discovered something called Okia back then, I think around 2015. Yes, I was teaching Azure, talking all about Azure web apps, blogging with Azure, using Project Nami. I even wrote a blog post about it, but I think that project is way gone now. I realized I could automate deployment of my website using that Visual Studio Online service I talked about. And that was it for me. I realized I could automate this, deploy my web apps, and then little by little, I started writing my own web apps, my websites for people, do websites for people, get paid to do it, and all those kind of things. And then, of course, manual deployment was just not it for me. Then I discovered I could automate, put this code somewhere, develop a pipeline. We're still using GUI pipelines. There's still GUI pipelines, but then YAML came along and made life way easier. So I realized I could configure those and then just write my code, push it somewhere, and the code just goes somewhere I've targeted. And it was as simple as that. Then I built on that skill over and over again, learned infrastructure as code, learned all other things that surround the world of DevOps. That was pretty much it for me. I discovered I could automate deployment of websites. I started doing it and I never looked back. That's a short answer, and sort of short and long answer to it. So I was doing mobile app development for Windows Phone, transitioned to writing cross-platform apps for iOS and Android, and then started doing websites for people, and then wanted to be able to automate that process end to end. Used Visual Studio Online, then it transitioned to become Azure DevOps today, then built upon that skill to be able to, improve the deployments I make, make better web apps, put security in, and all those kind of things. And I've sort of never looked back since then, and that is where that has landed me today. I've learned a lot of things along the way, to be honest. There have been times where I felt I didn't know what I was doing, but then I had good customers, good managers that encouraged me to say, hey, dude, if we didn't think you could do it, we wouldn't get you for this role or this contract. And then that was it for me. So in the journey, you might think you're failing. You might think you are really drastically failing, but then there's someone that actually believes in you and thinks you can do it. And I, for one, I believe in you, that you can do it. But that's just, by the way, not an exact answer to the question, just to sort of make this video longer for some reason. And I actually hope that answered your question. And if you have further questions, you can put them in the comments or use the link showing on your screen right about now, or scan this QR code showing right now upon your screen, and I'll get to answer your question as soon as possible. And I really hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Until I come your way again yet with another video, stay safe and goodbye. I'll see ya.